Welcome back, and as you can see, I have changed my shield, and I'm running down to the Hydra. And I've done this one time before. Just erase that. It's not very exciting. I got hit by a magical spray here, water spray, and just got tore up. What I'm trying to do right now is just have the Hydra destroy the crystal monsters for me. Which is just a fun little game for me to play, because I timed that wrong. Because me stabbing those things is basically, ooh, almost got me. Is basically pointless. It takes forever to kill them with the dagger I have right now. Mind you, I think we're still only soul level like 22. So that's interesting to try to take this at 22. I mean, I've seen guys take it at like level 1, but just for average players. So I did a little bit of research, and you'll notice I have a good shield, and I mentioned that before, but it is the Hydra shield, which you can buy from the Undead Merchant in the Undead Burg. If you haven't killed him, which I don't recommend you ever kill that guy, just because of the Lloyd talismans, or if you need throwing weapons or whatever. But the reason I switched to this is because, excuse me, because the Hydra shield has 100% block with no magic. And I had forgot to set the situation. Well, no, that's not true. I did not forget. I wanted to use a magic weapon because it's a more efficient way to kill this thing. Switching the catalyst back and forth is hyper annoying. Yeah, so what had happened was I got up to the Hydra and actually fell off the edge. Oh no, wait. The exact thing that occurred was a crystal guy pushed me off the edge and he hit me. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not doing lots of damage, but we've got a head off. And magic weapon actually got 2 heads off. Actually isn't really terrible with this. Now mind you, you can't do magic weapon with like enchanted blades, or I shouldn't use that terminology because anything that technically has a elemental effect is enchanted, but there's specifically an enchanted blade. So here you see I'm exploring, hitting these guys because they're kind of far away, and it sucks to run to them. Yeah, I accidentally hit that one. It's a little weird if you've ever done magic, which I'm total magic noob, so trying to aim this, get the timing just right, is pretty terrible. Accidentally put in there, and at this point I feel like I'm pretty safe, so I can switch out my back press ring so I can run. And yeah, you can see I'm a little nervous about the edge. So, yeah, like, you swipe one time off that and you're dead. It's just no good. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do here. The edge is very close, and I think if I back up, I'm like, oh, you know, there's heads behind me. Also, if you've seen that, that's like the second time I've ever thrusted with this weapon. And I don't know how to do it on a normal basis. The The weapon is stated as being a slash thrust weapon, but the only time I've ever seen the thrust occur is maybe off a roll. Oh, and we got another head. And one other time have I seen it, so it's a little weird. Yeah, if you go out far enough, it shoots again, so it's good to stay within the water. But yeah, at this level, with this weapon, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Especially with the build that oh, got that one on the way out. I mean, right now, things that would improve this would be increasing the dex of the weapon, going out and, yeah, I got really nervous about that. Going out and, I guess, farming large Titanite shards from the depths, because I think it's +7 right now, and raising your int, which I'm debating. I'm still back and forth on how this character should be built, and reminded myself the other day that you can get Velka's Talisman, which will allow you to do miracles as well, if you have the faith. But it will spin off your intelligence, so you can do kind of a cross Dex Int Faith build if you want. Right now I'm kind of leaning towards just maybe 1 or 2 Faith spells, maybe heal. Because it would only take me 1 level to get the ability to use heal, which is a nicety, I guess. Not required, obviously. We got another head, and now the technique is just run the heads down and chop them off as we can. Get a little nervous here, because yeah, once you get on the land, it will shoot you. Oh, I was hoping I could hit that. But yeah, this is more just at this point, it's just patience. Almost never will you deal with the Hydra hitting you directly when it has this many heads. I'm doing it just in case, because occasionally this one head that goes off to the left here can hit you. Back to, maybe I'll hit it with soul arrows or whatever. So one of the upsides that I failed to mention is that if I do go the Dex Int road, or just Dex, and keep the Int at a level where we can just use the utility magic, having higher Dex makes the spells go off faster. If you look that up on YouTube, there's a bunch of videos that show that. Obviously it's not a huge increase, but yeah, at this point I'm starting to get desperate, and as you can see, he can hit you, so you gotta be careful. That wasn't intentional. But yeah, it's pretty easy to hit it. And honestly, it's like the first time I've ever blind fired this thing. So it's kind of fun to do that. As you can see, it's pretty easy to hit these guys from like right here. And you can still get hit. I mean, it's just no bones about it. But at this far into it, I just want to kill it. I don't want to risk my life to ensure that I can have the heads off this thing. I'm kind of kicking myself too, because I wanted to see if I could poison it or toxin it. Obviously I didn't think about it Oh, and we got that. Luckily with that last hit we got it. And there's only one head left. And this is the one that goes to the back, or decides to go to the back now, so. Yeah. Do magic weapon one more time. Honestly, I don't know if I like the Hydra in this. It's kind of a it's an interesting boss, but it's not like a hard one. It would have been a lot cooler if they built like an actual Hydra, where if you did chop one of its heads off, it grew another one up to a point, right? And there we go, we just beat it. So feeling pretty zealous, and I'm like, oh man, I want to go get Dusk, because like the main reason for coming out here was to get Dusk to get her spells, because she's got a lot of good utility spells. I mean, just hands down. So yeah, with Dusk, you got to kill this crystal golem. Now, obviously, when I taped this, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just on that high that I beat something, so I was like, oh sweet, I'll just go kill it. Maybe just use fire bombs or whatever. A lot of times with these tougher bosses and not fleshy at all, what I try to do is use fire bombs and consumable items, because it's sort of realistic. So yeah, I just had to quit because the golem's not there. So yeah, the golem's here, and I'm curious because I'd never done this before with magic. And we hit him, and yeah, 23. It's terrifying, right? Crystal Golem doesn't give two shits about you or your magic. It's probably super resistant to magic now that I think about it. But yeah, this is the last one. I hit the wrong button. And I love when you hit a button, it does that. So yeah, we're doing 20 damage with these fire bombs. And as you can see, Crystal Golem doesn't mess around. So that's my last Estus, and we have no more magic. So it literally is just down to the knife and fire bombs. Braver souls than I would probably go in there with a knife, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. So yeah, this is how I would probably fight it in real life too. I'd probably just make Molotovs and throw it at it. Because to hell with run. Look at this thing, man. Would you really run up to this and start swinging? It's a freaking crystal. I mean, it might as well be made out of diamonds. Actually, it is kind of fun to just use consumables against enemies, though. Ooh, that was close. I love the Mike Tyson uppercut. Ooh. Yeah, man. You gotta be really on your game with this guy. It's funny when it chases you down, though. And that attack really doesn't do anything if you're far away from it. You know, it didn't even dawn on me at the time, but I probably could have used my bow too. But the bow is kind of slow, whereas these are kind of like the firebombs are pretty fast to throw. And I didn't even try poison. Like, honestly, like, logically, it's crystal. Why would it poison? Same theory on the I guess the gargoyles too, but actually that's a good test I should probably go run. Because every time you go to look up what you can poison and toxin in the game, you always get these weird answers. Anyway, so we're down to 2 fire bombs, and there's still a lot of life, so... And I don't have really an Estus flask left. I'm starting to be real careful here. One more. Yep. Okay, we are out, and it still has hits on it. So yeah, we do 17, which isn't much more than the fire bombs. But we can get 2 shots in really quick, so... You gotta give that to this weapon. It is hella fast. Yeah, that... I'm literally just afraid, because if he just touches me, I'll probably die. And you can't backstab, sadly. But I think it's only 1 more hit. Look at yeah, look at that. That's perfect. And we get Dusk right away. And I'm super excited about it. Like, yeah!
So, I come up from an age long before thine. So, before I my home, Ulysses, my hope is to pass this. Would this be of assistance? My heartfelt thank. Then I shout, thou art in need. It seems that my
Alright, so Dusk is free. And we're gonna run back over to her and buy as many of the magics that she has. This is a character where I'm gonna try to collect all magic because I have no achievements on Steam. Also, I like to experiment with the character, so I'm still trying to determine what would be a good setup for this. Hence me wondering about the faith. Let's get our butts over here. It's also a good time to do this because the crystal golems are gone. And there's Dusk again.
I am Dusk. It is an honor. I shall follow them.
Yay, now we can bow properly. Hidden body. Oh my. Cast light. Cool. But this is what we really want. It weighs 0.5 and it's better magic for us. Anything else is just cake. Chameleon and weapons kind of pointless. Hidden body is so good. And yeah, we'll buy Chameleon. And we'll come back and get those later.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only
and that's it for this one.
Genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
Next time I'm gonna go exploring up here, which I shouldn't be doing, but that's part of the fun.